Have you ever wondered how a V9 climber approaches projecting? If so, you're in luck because today we'll be doing just that. This is one of my projects, and today we'll be applying my 3-step projecting process to this climb. Hopefully we'll get this end by the end of this video, but enough talking. Let's head to the gym and then we'll get started. All right, we made it. Let's warm up real quick and then we'll hop on our projects. First step is to figure out why you're falling off. So let's hop on this route, and then once we fall off, we can implement this step and figure out why exactly I'm falling off. Okay, cool. We fell off going to this crimp, which is where I've been falling off. When we fall off of a climb, it's usually because of 3 reasons: strength, execution, and endurance. For strength, ask yourself, if I were fresh and just had to do this one move, could I do it? If the answer is no, then you probably should try something a bit easier. Chances are, you might not be ready to pull that hard, and you run the risk of injuring yourself if you keep trying to do that climb. If you know you're strong enough to do the move, but just can't do it even in isolation, then execution is probably the issue. And then finally, if you can do the move in isolation, but can't do it when you're climbing, then endurance is the issue. Let's hop back to the gym and figure out what my issue is. I definitely feel pretty tired once I get to that crimp, so we know endurance is an issue. To see if execution is an issue, I'm going to try to do that move in isolation. If I can do it, execution probably isn't an issue. But if I can't do it, then we'll also have to work on execution. Okay, cool. We did every move, so execution's not the issue. I just keep getting tired. Now that we figured out why I'm falling off, endurance, it's time for step 2 of my 3-step projecting process. And that step is to work on why you're falling off. If strength is the issue, then there's unfortunately nothing you can do in the short term. So I'd recommend finding a new project and training some more. That way you can prevent yourself from pulling too hard on a hold and getting hurt. If execution is the issue, the solution is to isolate the move or moves you're having trouble doing and break them down. Film yourself if you can and really break down each component of the move. Are your hands and feet in the optimal positions? Are you using the right holds? Are you directing your momentum correctly? These are just a few examples of things you should be looking at when you're trying to improve on execution. Figuring out how to improve here is going to be tough, but if you look at everything and leave no stone unturned, you will eventually figure it out. For this project, my main issue is endurance, so let's hop back to the gym and see what I have to say for that there. With the issue of endurance, you can come back another day, and you can also make each move of the climb more efficient. In my case, I still feel pretty good, so let's look at the video of my climb and figure out where I can optimize each movement. Alright, so let's see. First move looks good. Second looks good. Could probably go a bit faster with that. Move to the volume looks good. Everything looks good so far. Oh, all right, here. Swinging takes up a lot of energy. So I'll be looking to find ways where I'm not gonna swing out as much to save energy for that crux, that hard part, where I'm going for that left crimp. Let's keep watching. Cool. The campus to the big volume after looks good. All right, over here where I'm kind of shuffling my hands, I feel like if I made bigger movements, I could get to where my hands are supposed to end up faster. It won't have to spend so much energy fighting the volume and shuffling my hands before I head to that right crimp. All right, and then after, yep, we fall. Okay, cool. So I have two main takeaways from that. The first is to try to find a way to not cut feet, that way I can save more energy. And the second is to make my hands shuffling a bit faster, so I'm not spending as much time on the volume and I can get to that hard move faster. To solve the issue of the swing, I've noticed that there are two big hexagonal volumes over there. So we're gonna try to use those to stabilize our feet and not swing out when we go for that big hold. Let's try it out. All right, I think I'm too short to use those volumes. So I'm gonna see if there's any other way for me to not swing or to swing out more efficiently, but it's looking like those hexagonal volumes are a no-go. All right, I think I could feasibly hit that volume with my toe, but it is pretty hard and pretty exhausting. So I'm gonna stick with my original beta and just swing out and try to be more efficient with that swing. For the shuffling arms bit, I think I just need to be a bit faster. And now that I know that I'm shuffling my hands, I'm going to just try to do that faster and be more efficient. So I'm gonna take a quick rest, and then once I feel fresh again, we're gonna try to make the send. Now that we've solved our issues, more or less, it's time for step 3 of my projecting process. And that step is to link everything together. If you still find that you can't do everything in one go, try breaking up the climb into 2 or 3 move chunks and link moves there. Once you're able to link moves in each chunk, add more moves to each chunk. And before you know it, you have climbed your project. Hopefully, I can do the same. All right, I've rested. I feel pretty good. Now all that's left for me to do is to send it. As you've just seen, sometimes you don't always get your projects, but I was playing around with that crimpy move and I think I figured out a different beta. I'm gonna try to get a high left heel hook on that second big volume. And I think that's gonna really help me reach that crimp faster. The reason why I think the heel hook will help is because I noticed that as I'm going to that crimp, I'm kind of locking off, and so my body is already pretty high. And the reason why I'm just missing that crimp is because I'm getting too tired locking off. And so I think that high heel is really gonna help me stay high, and it's gonna allow me to use that extra energy to really grab onto that left crimp and lock off. Let's see if it works. I've been looking over the footage of my climbs, and I think I'm just not getting high enough to hit that crimp. I can either crimp harder with my right hand, or I can try to generate off of my feet. I feel like my right hand's already crimping as hard as it can, so we're going to try to generate more off of our feet. And so that means instead of using the heel, we're going to try to step up with my left foot like we were doing originally. All right, we didn't get it today, but the good thing about climbing is you can try again tomorrow. So we're going to be back tomorrow and we'll hopefully get it. Just kidding. I tried the move in isolation after off camera and it felt surprisingly easy. So we're going to try this one last time. If we don't get it, then I'm actually coming back tomorrow, but hopefully we get it. We'll see. Change of plans. We're gonna come back another day. Okay, we're back. I've been out of town, so it's been a bit, but we're here now. I've warmed up and I'm ready to go, so let's get this. Bonus tip is to climb it again. I know it's not what you want to hear, but this will help you lock in any new skills you learned during this project, and it'll also help you make the climb more efficient. In this case, I was talking to the head setter the other day, and he told me that there was a cool new paddle dynamic beta you can do to get between the two volumes. So we're gonna try that. And if we don't get it, we're still gonna try it again doing my original way, just so we can make sure that I've learned the skills I've needed to get this project and to hopefully build upon my strengths so that I can work other nines easier in the future. Okay, sweet. I'm glad we got this done. If not, I probably would have had to scrap this whole video and start all over, which would have made me sad. If you want me to look over one of your projects and give you personalized advice, look for the link in the description below. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out these videos, and I'll see you in the next one.